I'm filming this video because I want this to be a warning to every single person that's going into year 12 in September, because this is going to be advice that I wish I had, like, when I started the year, because now I'm like, we've got 2 weeks until, you know, we go back to school, until I go into year 13, and I'm kind of reflecting on year 12, and I'm kind of thinking about how things that I did wrong in year 12, and how I'm now screwing myself over. So don't mind my half wet hair, because I did wash it and I haven't done anything with it at the minute, but I just got motivation to film this because I'm kind of panicking right now. It's also an amazing angle that I'm filming at, but it does not matter. Okay, let's start. So for context, I take English literature. Yeah, already a red flag. Let's just say that. Right, English literature, psychology, and chemistry A level. So if you go into a new sixth form where you don't know barely anyone, or you completely new, yeah, please make friends. Your time in sixth form, like the first half of it, will go so slow, especially if your school won't allow you to leave for freeze. Sitting there in your freeze, yeah, while you're in the library or whatever, sat there doing pointless work because you literally don't have anything to revise, nothing to do at the minute, while seeing big groups of people like playing card games and that. Oh my god, it is so boring. Please just get a life and get friends, okay? So that's tip number 1. Tip 2, actually ask questions in class. If you don't understand anything, ask your teacher. It's so scary. I don't do it. I don't do it. And there's so many stuff, especially in chemistry. It's chemistry where this stuff like stumps me, where I don't understand something. And one of my teachers for chemistry was awful, and I really hope I don't have him next year. I don't think I do, but so he would just go super fast on the topic, and it's like, I've now missed like the first slide, and now I don't know what we're doing, and I don't know how to get here because I don't know the basics of it. And basically everything you learn in year 12 is going to be expanded on in year 13. So you need to know the stuff in year 12, or otherwise you won't get what you're gonna learn in year 13. Tip 3 is, like, listen, I haven't made a script, so I'm going from top of my head, okay? Tip 3, near mocks, actually revise. Everyone around you, right, because you're all in sixth form for the same reason. Most people want to go off to uni or get an apprenticeship after sixth form, right? So your year 12 mocks are actually important, especially if you're early entry. I'm not early entry, but I'll have another round of mocks in about November, December, where I'll be able to increase my predicted grades, but my predicted grades were ABB anyway, so it's actually quite good. So I don't really care about boosting them or anything. This makes absolutely no sense, okay? But basically what I'm trying to say is, you want to do well in year 12 mocks. It's not important to do well. However, it is if you're early entry, right? Because they're going to be the predicted grades that you're going to have to use to apply for unis. If you're not early entry like me, I've done well in my year 12 mocks, so now it's less pressure on myself for my upcoming mocks. Yes, I want to do well in my year 13 mocks, so they're not going to predict me lower, you know what I mean, and think, oh, maybe it was just a fluke in the year 12, but I've set like a good standard for myself now. Like I was saying, everyone's there for the same reason, so you all know how important the mocks are. So when you go to the library, independent study areas, whatever, people will actually be focusing. And I know when I did my mocks, it might be different for different schools, but I did my mocks straight after A levels finished. So we had no year 13s, no year 11s, like the school was a lot more quieter. So the actual study areas were just year 12s, and we were all just cracking on, you know, actually revising. I think this is tip 4, right? The summer between year 11 and year 12, you don't need to do anything. I can't speak for everyone, obviously, but I did nothing in my summer, and it didn't really affect the start of year 12. We started everything from the beginning. Do you get what I mean? Like, maybe, okay, for like STEM subjects, you might want to go over like some baseline knowledge from GCSEs, like chemistry. Maybe I wanted to go, you know, my basic reactions like exothermic, endothermic, combustion, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Maybe it would have helped a little bit, but I now know it. Do you get what I mean? Like, I learned it anyway. Okay, tip 5. If your teacher sets you homework, independent study, do it, because most of the time it does help. Like, a lot of the time for psychology, it was like a random other study, and I'm thinking, I don't really need this. Sometimes it's good, like, supporting evidence for like a main theory that we've learned. Tip 7, be organised from day 1, right? From my experience, I didn't have a date folder or anything like that. I did kind of carry my subject folders, and I'm so glad I actually organised it, because I kind of got like those divider things, wrote down the subject, whatever. Got plastic wallet, so every time I would do a lesson, I'd rip it out of my notebook, kind of slip it into plastic wallet, and then I would have 2 pieces of paper in each plastic wallet, and obviously it'd be chronological to the dates and stuff. So this would just make it easier when I'm going back through notes. So for psychology, I would have all my social psychology stuff in like one little section, my social stuff in one bit. At the start, it's Milgram's
study, and then it's Milgram's theory, and then it's like his variants, and then, you know,
it's all chronological. Just made it so much easier when I was coming back flicking through my notes for revision. Another thing that I had near the end of year 12, when it was coming up to mocks, talking about mocks again, these like plastic wallet things. I got them from Wilco, so you can't get them anymore. I'm sure you can get them off Amazon. So basically, for example, English. It's a Wednesday, and I have one teacher for English that day. It's the teacher I'm doing like Handmaid's Tale and Feminine Gospels with. I would put Handmaid's Tale and Feminine Gospels in this plastic wallet thing, and all my other revision notes, like my mind maps that I'd created and stuff like that, my notes, and simplified notes, in this plastic wallet. I had like another one for the other teacher, which was like Great Gatsby and the AQA anthology. Instead of carrying my whole big chunky folder at the end of the year, I'd be taking a plastic wallet that's actually relevant to that lesson. So obviously psychology, again, my whole psychology year 12 folder has all four of the topics we've done. I would only take the topics that I would be doing with that teacher and revising with that teacher. But then after mocks, I just took everything out of these wallets and I put it back in my folder so I know where they are. Do you get what I mean? I hope you get what I mean. I don't know. Another thing is, don't go crazy on like equipment, stationery and stuff. This is literally my tennis case. I've got it right next to me actually because I'm about to revise something because I'm panicking. I literally have like highlighters. Highlighters are mainly for English because I need to like highlight my text and stuff. So highlighters are not even that important. Like you could maybe bring one, like, you know, highlighting your notes, whatever. I have like a pack of pens, but I only have like 2 pens in here. I have like a pencil, a rubber, ruler and calculator for chem. Like literally don't go ham on it. Don't be buying like all these crazy stuff. Like you don't need it. You literally don't need it. I'm not being funny. If you do take literature, this is literature specific. So tip 8 I guess is literature specific. You can buy your texts and stuff from like World Books and stuff, and you can get it like second hand. I bought A Doll's House, which is my NEA text one from World of Books, and it came with like people's previous annotations. I think it's cute. But like obviously if you don't really care about that, and if you don't really like someone else writing in your own books, don't buy it from there maybe. I literally bought new stuff for literature the other day. So it's more highlighters just because mine are running out. I got some tabs and I'm gonna be going through all of my books. I should have done this at the start of the year, but I didn't. And I really wish I did. Like tabs up my quotes that I've highlighted in my books according to theme and colour, or even like characters and theme, whatever, you know, floats your boat better. I also got these, which are transparent post-it notes. So, you know, if you don't like writing in your books, I mean, I don't mind. It's just the margins in the books are like really skinny sometimes, and you can't write all that you want about a quote on there. So like, it's just good to get this so you actually have enough space to write. Do you get what I mean? This is general advice. Get a whiteboard and whiteboard pens because, oh my God, like they saved me in mocks. Like you can do so much on your whiteboard. Literature, I like wrote like my map, like compared my text and stuff, like, you know, for an example question basically. But I drafted it on here first. You get what I mean? So I could eliminate and compare which points are the best between the poems and text and whatever. I can also, you know, use my whiteboard for blurting, which I loved. I love doing that in GCSEs and stuff. What's this, tip 10 I think? Get your revision guides. Obviously I have a revision guide for chem. Get it from World of Books because honestly this is supposed to be £21 and I got it for like 10, so I got it at half price. You can tell it's second hand from like the margins and stuff. I don't really care, like, you know, at least I got it for half price and it doesn't bother me that much. The revision guides did help quite a lot, especially when it comes to revising, because the textbooks they give you are pointless. Okay, the textbooks are a load of waffle. I do OCRA for chemistry and it makes no sense. This is psychology specific. Tip 11 I think we're on. Obviously I do edexcel for psychology. I can't find an edexcel revision guide. I don't think it's out there. There is an AQA one though. I use websites instead, like Psychology Wizard and like Psychology something else. I can't remember what that other website is. You can also use Physics and Maths Tutor for past papers, and I use Physics and Maths Tutor all the time for chemistry, literally all the time. And it's good for English as well. They just do everything and it's genuinely so good. Okay, and my last tip, my finale tip, is when you finish year 12 and when you have your 6-week summer long holiday, actually do your revision, please, because I've got 2 weeks left and I'm panicking because I've not touched my folders since. The most I've done done is read both of my texts on my NEA and like tab them both. That's the most I've done. I haven't even constructed proper points yet for my comparison for my NEA. I told myself at the start of the summer I was going to do like English essay a week, like psychology question a week, like an 8 marker a week or 12 or whatever. That has not happened at all. So yeah, actually stick with your goals at the start of the summer. Start writing your personal statement. I can't like halfway through year 12, yeah, start looking at unis as well. Get a grasp of what course you want to do, because I have like 2 options for uni right now. Like I only know of 2 unis that I'm thinking of applying to, and I need 5. Which is stressing me out a little bit. I've done 0 words on my personal statement. I'm not having a fun time right now. Also, try and look for a part-time job from the start of year 12. Literally, the time you left year 11, you should have been looking for a part-time job, okay? Because it takes months. I've still got friends out here that are unemployed. I started looking in January because I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't want a temporary job for Christmas, so I'm going to start in January, blah, 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 blah. No one was hiring, obviously, because we just finished a busy season. I didn't get a job until May, and it's now August, so I've been at my job for like 3 months now, but like, it took me 5 months to get my job, okay? Get a part-time job early. You can structure your spare time and know when the best time is to revise, and it'll get you in a better routine for year 13, because I'm honestly stressing about how I'm going to handle year 13, all this independent study, my coursework for English, my personal statement, open days, and my work at the same time, and driving lessons. Oh my god, no! And driving lessons. I'm actually terrified. I don't even want to start driving. I'm gonna be so real. Anyway, but yeah, you know what? It doesn't really have a structure to it, but you know what? I don't really care. Let's just hope that I can actually edit this and like it actually works. I haven't even posted on here for like literally ages because can't be honest, and it's a bit embarrassing. So I hope this helped somebody. I hope you had a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I hope I helped in the slightest a little bit. Don't be panicked. Year 12 is honestly not that bad.